Ladies, we are here tonight on the show. And tonight we have a bunch of wrestling, not a lot. We have some wrestling news and SmackDown recap here tonight on a Saturday. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the news out of the way here. So what is going on with this? All right, here we go. So first, the news is so the Rey Mysterio and the Dominic segment where Dominic, I didn't like that Dominic was about to cry after he got hit by Rey Mysterio. That made him look like oh my lord, he looked like he was about to cry. I'm like, oh man, you're supposed to be a badass heel. But anyways, it's saying it's got 17 million views all across his WWE social medias. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff, YouTube, Facebook. So in less than 12 hours. So going from last night until 7 in the morning today, it's already got over 17 million views. I think people care so much. That might be after the whole bloodline stuff with Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and the Usos, and Solo Sikoa. That might be the second biggest thing I think people care about the most. This Dominic Rey Mysterio storyline. I really believe so. It's probably the second most intriguing. So technically, if anything, this should main event night one and Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, because I think if you talk to most people, they will tell you that outside of the bloodline, this is probably the most storyline people are invested into. But anyways, whatever. So we are 1 week away from WrestleMania. I don't know why that's news. We're all smart. A lot of people are laughing on Twitter because back in 2013, Rey Mysterio said, just got my copy of 2K WWE. I can't wait to kick my son's ass in the game. And now 10 years later, he's going to wrestle him at WrestleMania. That's funny, man. So they're saying that John Cena and Austin Theory is going to start the show on Saturday next week. John Cena, man, is he even going to show up again? Like, this guy's becoming such a part-timer, man. He's going to show up for the first 10, 15 minutes, have his match, and leave. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy just leaves and doesn't even stay for the rest of the show. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets on a private airplane and go back to where the hell Los Angeles, Miami, where the hell he lives nowadays. I don't know about John Cena, man. I'm starting to question if he's still passionate about the WWE, man. He barely showed up for this feud, and I was going to have the first match. Oh, man. It's almost like I'll get in there as fast as possible and leave fast as possible. I think, let's see here, more stuff. We're done with that website. Let's go to another website. What the hell's going on with it? We continue to have problems on the show with the technology. I don't know if the nerd community. Anyways, let's see here. So I think, is this Josh Alexander from TNA Impact? I think he got hurt. So he's thanking the fans for wishing him a speedy recovery. Thank you to all who reached out. For anyone who's ever taken the time to support and brought a ticket to see me do what I love. I appreciate all the support more than I even put into words. It's time for me to give it back. Next time you see me, I'm better than that. Yeah, he's hurt, so he's saying I think both Mickie James and him got hurt. They're the woman and the man's world champion. Jesus Christ. Get the freaking milk out for TNA. Let's see here. All the wrestlers are getting hurt. Let's see here. We're just going down. There's a bunch of what? I hate it when it does that. It takes me out of the web page. Let's see here. Oh, my lord, ladies and gentlemen, we got to start. All right, hold on. All right, let's go. Got it. All right, so yeah, just cruising by. There's a bunch of stuff from SmackDown last night. I'll get to it when I do my SmackDown recap. So Vince McMahon supposedly did pay the $17 million. Now, I believe it was $19 million, but he made a payment to WWE of $17 million this week. Supposedly, this is paying a bunch of the hush money he paid for the woman for the sexual stuff, the sex allegation stuff. So I think this means that Vince McMahon is starting to like plan everything to possibly. It's possible that after WrestleMania he takes over the company. Now remember, we have to see because supposedly they might go for sale. They might sell the company. So this could also mean that he's paying this because maybe he wants to have this paid off before they sell the company or before they start to having serious negotiations about a sale. So that could also be a thing. I think it's either one of those two. Either it's because he's maybe trying to take 100% control of the company again, or he's doing this because they're about to start serious negotiations for a sale, and it's probably better that he pays off that $19 million he took. So it says, according to a recent WWE filing with the SEC, Vince McMahon paid $17 million this past Friday towards the cost of the board's investigation into claims of sexual misconduct against him and former executive John Laurinaitis. Vince also agreed to cover any extra expenses, which I think is the other $2 million that would close it out at $19 million. So, like I said, it's one of those things. Either he's doing this because he completely wants to put this behind him and take full control of the company again, or he's doing this because they're about a sale, and he says, "Oh, I don't want this to be a bad look that I took $19 million away, so I'm going to put it back in." Who knows? So there's a bunch of CM Punk stuff. I'm just going to read it, whatever. At least, so I think it's going back here. Let's see here. So it's a bunch of articles. AEW and CM Punk have had some contact. Some close to Punk claim that he and Tony Khan have spoken or had a couple of meetings, though it's not sure what, if anything, it came off of. So they're saying that Tony Khan and CM Punk have met in the last few months. At one point, those close to CM Punk believed that he wanted out of AEW contract without a non-compete attached, which means that was because he wanted to go to WWE or New Japan. Remember, William Regal he was able to leave for WWE, but he can't appear on TV for at least 1 year. I know in WWE when you get released, you can't go wrestle for another company for 3 months. So they were trying to put some type of no compete clause, and he wanted to block it. So that maybe he wanted to go to WWE or a different company. However, in recent weeks, they believed that Punk was open to returning to AEW and even wanted to. Those with knowledge of CM Punk injury situations said that he was hopeful he could be fully healthy by late January, but basically believed that he'd be able to be cleared up, which, I mean, that January, we're already in March, and I don't think he's still clear. Jesus Christ. At least one person claimed that CM Punk was willing to apologize for the scrum portion of All Out. There was a lot of context absence from the claim, specifically to whom or whether it be publicly or privately, the apology. So basically, CM Punk wants to come back, but the apology stuff, man, at this point, who cares? Just bring him back if you're gonna bring him back. Honestly, man. Oh my Lord. But supposedly he's had meetings with Tony Khan and stuff, and I don't think he's good. That's another thing too, that I don't think they're really gonna focus on trying to bring him back until he gets cleared. As long as he's still hurt, they're like, well, dude, just focus on your rehab. And when you get cleared, then we'll start seriously talking about a comeback. So we'll see what happens. But I do believe until he gets cleared to wrestle, I don't think there's going to be any really serious talks about bringing him back. There's no point of wasting your time when the guy's not even clear to wrestle. Let's see here. Okay, I think we're done with this article. Ready to go to the final article. Well, actually, no, we have 2 more articles. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's see here. So the Believe is a bunch of Randy Orton news. The Believe is he's set to come back. Randy Orton is believed to be on his way back to WWE. The belief is he's going to be in Los Angeles. And I would think that he's going to come back the Monday after WrestleMania. That's what I'm thinking. Unless they do a Bobby Lashley and he replaces Bray Wyatt. Other than that, I believe it's for the next night. I think he's one of those surprises that supposedly Triple H is planning. Let's see here, man. The card is, unless they add a Bobby Lashley match, it's completely official. Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Charlotte, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Asuka, Edge, Finn Balor inside of Hell in a Cell, triple threat match between Gunther, McIntyre and Sheamus, Almost versus Brock Lesnar, 6-woman tag team match between Damage Control and Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus, and Lita. Tag team match between the Usos and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. Rey Mysterio versus Dominic. Austin Theory versus John Cena. Fatal 4-way man tag team match. Ricochet, Braun Strowman versus the Alpha Academy versus the Street Profits versus the Viking Raiders. And as of right now, four-woman fatal 4-way matches. As of right now, 3 out of the teams have been announced. Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, Shotzi Natalya, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez. Who's going to be the 4th team announced? I'm thinking it, hopefully, maybe a team from NXT. Maybe to make it more fun. Because I can't, who else? Who else is, I'm trying to think. I don't know. But yeah, unless they add, we got to wait for the final team for that fatal 4-way tag team match for the woman. And then if Bobby Lashley's going to have a match or not. So we'll see. But WrestleMania is pretty much set, man. WrestleMania is pretty much set. Everything's official now. We're on the road, man. We are on the road. We are literally a week, man, from WrestleMania, man. The show of shows. Let's see here. More articles, and then we'll call it a night. So like I said, Bobby Lashley, so they are doing the Andre the Battle Memorial Royal Battle Royal on Friday for SmackDown. And both LA Knight and Bobby Lashley are being advertised to be in the match. What I'm thinking would be the right thing to do is have them be the final 2 participants and maybe have some type of controversy. Maybe there's a tie or something. Maybe both of their feet hit the floor at the same time. And then since it's a draw, they have to have a match for the trophy at WrestleMania. Bobby Lashley and LA Knight. That's what I would do if I was Triple H. Because those guys are way too big. The fans seem to love LA Knight, not to have him on WrestleMania. Like, if he's hot with the crowd right now, the crowd loves him. What would you cool him off by not having him at WrestleMania? So that's what I would do. That's how I would do it if I was Triple H and all those guys. I would just have it be a draw between Bobby Lashley and LA Knight, and then have them fight for the trophy at WrestleMania. That's what I would do. I think that's the easiest way to book a Bobby Lashley replacement. I think we are ready for SmackDown recap here tonight on a Friday. And after that, we're ready to go. We're ready to enjoy our Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. Let me think. Oh, yeah. What do I have to think about? I just had to type it in. SmackDown. March, I believe, 24, 2023. What's going on here? There we go. Oh my lord, I get so when I love that website. If I don't get it, I get so pissed. So SmackDown from Las Vegas. I think they're just in the West Coast now. I think Raw's going to be in Arizona, and then they're doing everything else in Los Angeles. So they're kind of getting close to the West Coast now as we get closer to WrestleMania. So here we go, man. It starts off with Cody Rhodes and Ludwig Kaiser's in the ring. I'm like, what is this? Does SmackDown a Rampage? That's how they always start Rampage, with like one guy already in the ring and the other guy just coming out. It was a good match. Paul Heyman comes out first, and then Solo Sikoa comes out. They're distracting Cody. But at the end, obviously, Cody Rhodes wins the match. It was a good match to start off. They gave Ludwig Kaiser good time. He got some good offense in there. They did a good job in this show of giving guys like Ludwig Kaiser and Butch good matches and good time. Cody Rhodes wins. After the match, Paul Heyman gets on the ring apron with Solo Sikoa, and they do a promos, and he does, let me announce you the right way, the proper way. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner and still the challenger for the WWE Universal Championship at WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes. And then he pretty much, I think they challenged him to a match on Monday, Solo Sikoa versus Cody Rhodes. And Cody's like, what do you think? Of course I'm going to accept it. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to make me look like I'm scared. So he accepts the match. And then he tells him, and not only that, but then on Friday, Roman Reigns will come see you for one final time. So Roman Reigns is going to go on. Roman Reigns is putting in even more work than John Cena. John Cena's being a lazy ass. And freaking, so then Cody's like, you know what? Just like I said on Monday, Solo, you're not ready. And you're going to find out next week on Raw. And then Roman is going to find out the same thing at WrestleMania, that he's not ready when I win and I become the new WWE Universal Champion. And then he throws a microphone, and Paul Heyman doesn't even catch it. He looks like a pendejo, all nervous. So, hey, I'm happy. I thought they were going to be lazy next week, but already Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa, and then a final face-off between Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes on SmackDown. So, good thing they are kind of not going to be lazy for the final week. Let's see here. Michael Cole announces that Austin Theory, John Cena will be the opening night, and whatever. Then we get a promo with Charlotte, just kind of what's very similar to what Rhea Ripley did on Raw. These promos feel so flat when the other person is not there. Charlotte Flair just fucking leaves after like a 5-10 minute promo. What the hell happened? What? Hold on. So then Rey Mysterio is going to have a match with LA Knight. And he has the match with LA Knight. And same thing as the Cody Rhodes. Dominic comes out. He tries to provide a distraction. And he does. LA Knight wins with a roll-up. So LA Knight, hey, damn, about time to get the freaking, after losing to Xavier Woods, gets a huge win over Rey Mysterio. And then after the match, again, Dominic gets in the ring. Again, he's trying to provoke the dad, Mysterio, and Mysterio walks away again. But then remember, the wife and the mom are in the crowd. So then he goes to the mom, like, Mom, how does it feel to have a dad beat husband? He's never home. And then the mom's like, Dominic. And then Dominic's like, Mom, you know what? I just realized you're married to a dad-beat man, so that also makes you a dad-beat woman. And then the sister gets on Dominic's face and she's like, you sit down, you stupid. You don't know anything. And that's where Rey Mysterio finally has enough walks towards Dominic and punches him right in the face and tells him, you know what, son, I've had enough of you. You're not going to disrespect your mother like that. That's my wife. I didn't want to hit you. You made me hit you. And you want a match at WrestleMania? You got it. Dominic's back and he's like on his ass, just like backing away, like scared off. Like I said, I thought he even cried, or at least his eyes got red a little bit. He looked super scared. Obviously, it's just like they're acting, but it's like you're gonna make him look like he's about to cry. You're trying to look like what's his gimmick lately? A badass heel who was in jail, and now you're gonna try. Oh my lord. Anyways, but good stuff. Like I said, probably the best storyline outside of the whole bloodline stuff. So they finally did it. It's finally official. Rey Mysterio versus Dominic at WrestleMania. Very good stuff. Might have been probably the best part of the show, man. By far the best part of the show, man. By far the best part of the damn show. They announced that Andy Kaufman will also be inducted in the Hall of Fame. So congratulations to him. I don't even know who that is. And then we have another qualifying match for the Fatal 4-Way match at WrestleMania between Lacey Evans and Alexa Lee versus Shotzi and Natalya, Liv Morgan and Raquel Gonzalez. Isn't it Rodriguez? Did they switch it to Gonzalez? What the hell? And they have a match, and Shotzi and Natalya win, so they get added. But then Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler come out, which Ronda Rousey, you can tell she's hurt because she's looking freaking skinny as hell. You can tell she hasn't been able to work out and lift weights. And they say, we've also been added to the match. So now three of the 4 teams have been announced. And they said, we're not going to fight. We made enough money here in Las Vegas in the past, referring to their UFC days. And they just announced, we'll deal with you guys at WrestleMania, like whatever. Anyways, so then we have the contract signing for the Intercontinental Champion between Gunther, McIntyre, and Sheamus. Gunther is still pissed off that it's a triple threat match. He wanted a one-on-one match. McIntyre and Sheamus signed the contract. And then what happened? I think Butch just starts attacking Gunther for no reason. And then Gunther gets pissed and he tells him, I want a match with him. So they come back from the commercial break and we got a match between freaking Gunther and Butch, which again, great stuff, right? Just like you give Ludwig Kaiser in the beginning, that great match with Cody Rhodes and others. Good job tonight giving these mid-carders good stuff, right? And a lot of people love this match, man. They thought it was the best match of the night. Good match. Obviously, at the end, Gunther wins it. But a bunch of interference. McIntyre and Sheamus are both at ringside. So is La Vinci. And so is Rich Holland. So a bunch of stuff happened ringside. At the end, I think Sheamus and McIntyre got physical. Sheamus ends up hitting the bro kick outside the ring on McIntyre. And they get back in the ring after Gunther wins. Gunther and Sheamus are facing off. They're face to face. And then McIntyre gets back in and he hits the Claymore kick. It looked like it was going to be for Sheamus, but Sheamus gets out of the way, so he hits Gunther instead. So good stuff, man. It looks like Sheamus might be back to being a heel. So it's going to be heel Sheamus, heel Gunther versus babyface McIntyre. I would assume Gunther wins. I think they want him to break the Honky Tonk Man record, which is 400 days. He's very close to 300 days. So he could break this maybe by the summer, fall, sometime around there. So I think they're gonna have him break it. And then eventually, I think Gunther and Solo Sikoa look to be like their 2 blue chip prospects. maybe Austin Theory as well. But those guys, they're gonna protect them as much as possible. They're gonna be super careful with them. Both Gunther and Solo Sikoa. And then what else did we get? And then we get the final segment, the main event. Kevin Owens hosting the Kevin Owens show with his guest Sami Zayn. I don't know why I have the feeling. I hope not. But this might. I have a feeling that Kevin Owens might turn on Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. Holy cow. Hopefully not, because we're going to get another fucking Kevin Owens Sami Zayn feud. But he seems to like be offended that Kevin, it's like jokingly, but like almost like a little bit jokingly offended that Kevin Owens, that he wanted to come out together, and Sami Zayn's like, no, let's come out separately. Like, oh, you just want your own reaction. I know people love you, right? So you just wanted to get cheered. And Sami's like, no, man. And then he's like, are you gonna keep dirtying our dirty laundry out here? That's for backstage. So kind of jokingly, but I don't know. But then he gives him a shirt. It says KO Mania, and he's like, that's not even the best part. Look at the front, and it says WrestleZania. So he gets all happy. He puts it on. He gives him a hug, and then as they're hugging, I for some reason I forgot. I didn't even think there was going to be a possibility. The Usos show up, right? Because we hadn't seen the Usos the whole night. Only Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa had been out there. So then the Usos, as they're hugging, they come out, they attack him. They hit a super kick on Kevin Owens. They hit the B1 on Sami Zayn. And then Kevin Owens gets back in the ring with a chair. They run away. But that's pretty much the final, man. The Usos attacking Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And that was it. That was a good show. Again, great stuff. Match, promo. I think that's got to be the pattern they go into. I think the promos help people continue to stay interested in folks on the show. I think if you do match after match after match after match, people are going to lose focus. They're going to tune out, switch the channel, want to watch something else. So I think like I like what WWE's been doing lately with the whole match promo. But yeah, let me see here. But that's pretty much it, man. That is pretty much it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Good show. Everything's official now, unless they add something with Bobby Lashley, which like I said, with LA Knight, have it be a draw and then have them fight for the trophy at WrestleMania, LA Knight versus Bobby Lashley. But other than that, I think we are ready to go for WrestleMania. And I am out. Holla!